The bipartisan support for Taiwan is unmistakable. Congress has multiple times in the last few years demonstrated that it wants to, on a bipartisan basis, maintain strong substantive relations with the people of Taiwan. And I think that will not erode. I think I've heard some media accounts of people concerned that Biden will be less forthright with Taiwan. Well, there's a difference between helping Taiwan successfully sustain its autonomy and its vibrant democracy and keep it as part of a growing economic interaction in the global economic environment, and promoting showpiece official contacts, which raise the need on the Chinese side in their lights to put more pressure on Taiwan. When we do these things with Taiwan, it's very seldom the U.S. that pays the price for changing the arrangements that have allowed Taiwan to have this unprecedented period of autonomy and domestic success. We could put that at risk unnecessarily.
What Biden does with Taiwan will depend in part on what China is doing towards Taiwan. Will it continue to conduct naval and air operations inside Taiwan's air defense identification zone and across the center line of the Taiwan Strait, using not only military coercion, but diplomatic and economic coercion against Taiwan? If those policies continue, then I think the United States will have no choice but to respond to them in order to ensure that deterrence holds. That China understands that the United States has a stake in Taiwan's security and in cross-strait stability. But I do think that some of the sensitive things in the U.S.-Taiwan relationship may be done in a way that's less visible.
I'm sure that Biden doesn't want to do that because he understands that would anger China. But the important thing is for us to defend Taiwan. For one thing, Taiwan occupies a strategic piece of real estate where the South China Sea and East China Sea meets. Taiwan prevents the Chinese Navy and Air Force from surging into the Western Pacific. But there's something even more important, and that is China is attacking our democracy. It's attacking the whole notion of democracy. And we cannot afford to let China absorb any democracy, especially one as important as Taiwan. So we must stand with Taiwan. Whether Biden will do so or not, I don't know. But this is something that he must do.
Well, I think we're going to see kind of a continuation of the status quo. A lot of people say President Trump was very different in his approach to Taiwan, but in the end, he maintained strategic ambiguity. The difference is that President Trump, his policies were very unilateral. He tried to increase Taiwan's international space, for example, by sending more high-level representatives to meet with Taiwan representatives. I don't think that's the direction Biden will go, and I actually think the direction Biden will go is more effective, which is to try to work again within international institutions. It's hard to increase Taiwan's international space if, like President Trump, you've pulled out of the very institutions Taiwan wants to be a part of. So I do think U.S. support for Taiwan will continue, but that support will take a different form.